Some sellers are locked in at 3% interest rate and locked out of being able to move on with life. Do you have any experience with people who probably should be selling, but they feel like they can't sell because their interest rate is so low?
Yeah. When they're locked out, it's kind of more like, well, no, that's a choice. You know, you're not locked out. It's just a choice.
But remember when we talked about the couples going through divorces,
yes,
and them coming to the table making decisions emotionally,
right,
but really thinking they were making them rationally.
Right.
And so it is possible that people could literally feel locked out of the market because of how low their interest rate. Don't you think?
I don't know. Locked out seems so definitive.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have no choice. You have a choice.
Yeah.
Certainly you got to be educated.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to have the right broker or realtor sit down and educate you on what the actual numbers look like. Because now remember, Cleve, when those people were getting 3%, they were paying
$70,000 more than the list price.
Right. So that 3% was not free.
Right.
So it's like the market wins.
Yeah.
Right? The market's going
Over
to
time.
win no matter which market you're in. The market wins. So yeah, you can buy a house now.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to come to the table 10% more than the asking price.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pay a higher interest rate for it.
I say people feel locked in at a current rate and feel locked out of the mortgage. And Tammie says, well, that's kind of a choice to feel locked in and locked out of the mortgage. And in so many cases, when you look at numbers in black and white, to be able to move on with life is way more doable than we think. I have to remember, and it's important for everybody to remember, when you're dealing with a real estate agent, if that agent starts to tell you what you should do, you need to be very, very careful, because I don't think that's an agent's job. Now, it doesn't mean say, hey, would you ask for this repair or not ask? The agent can give you some information because they've got experience. But when they say, hey, you should do this, what they mean is, I would do this.
Yeah.
And that does not mean just because they would do something that it is right for you to do it. And so when I talked to this seller who felt like she was a crappy mom because she couldn't get her kids in the right school district, it was not about, let me show you how you can do that. Let me show you the options. Option 1, stay here. Here's what that looks like. Option 2, rent your place and move. Option 3, sell your place and move. Here's what all of the numbers look like. And I think it was such a great eye-opening experience for her to see. And by the way, were my numbers right down to the penny? No, but they were within $10 or $15 of everything. And so she had a really good understanding of what it would cost her to make a move moving forward. And I felt like here's a woman who feels like she has no control, no power over what's going on in her life. But 6 months later,
she did.
She had all the power
to
do what she needed to do. And I think that is so cool.